Hello everyone, welcome back to day 3 of our series. We're right off the bat starting off with a new battle. Still using this M-Gardevoir team, no changes so far. Learning new strategies, learning to use it really. I think I've been playing a bit too fast, not really thinking things through so far, so I'm going to try to predict more what my opponent might do. So here we have a Mega Salamence team. There's two Pokemon, one with competitive and the other with defiant, which get a boost from our Landorus. And let's see, how useful would Landorus be here? It could be nice versus Thundurus and Intimidate Salamence, but I don't think it's that helpful. I think Thundurus has been, like, I played a few warm-up games earlier, and I think Thundurus is really important here. I want to lead Thundurus Heatran. I think that covers pretty much everything very nicely. And I definitely want Gardevoir. Setting up Trick Room with Gardevoir would be very nice. Maybe I should leave with that. But see, Ferrothorn, I think Ferrothorn is a really annoying Pokemon for us to deal with. So my last Pokemon will be Tyranitar. Yeah. With Tyranitar and Heatran I have two ways to deal a lot of damage to Ferrothorn. My Milotic is there, so yeah, not a very good start for us. Milotic can use Scald on Heatran, though it won't do that much damage. Infernape could go for a fake out on Thundurus. This is difficult because, like, I don't know how good or bad my opponent is at this point. I'm at 1400 rating, so I'm guessing it's good. So he can predict, like, my Heatran is pretty threatened here. So keeping it in would be a very high risk. The safe move would be to switch out Heatran for Gardevoir, I guess. And protect Thundurus, which I'm thinking about doing that. Yeah, no. Or do I take a risk with Heatran? See, I never know, because Infernape can either fake out Thundurus or even just right away close combat Heatran. But Heatran is threatened by both, so I'm gonna stay in and I'm going to Earth Power Infernape. Let's see what Infernape does. Flare Blitz right away, predicting the protect on Heatran. So I do the exact opposite of what he thought I would do, and it really works out for us. That was like best possible scenario ever for us, was that. And once you see Flare Blitz, I don't know what item that Infernape has, but it didn't have Focus Edge, so yeah, that turn 1 was absolutely perfect. Here, Thundurus, you always assume a choice item with Thundurus, either Specs or Scarf. Given his team, I would expect Scarf. So Thundurus cannot protect this turn. Tyranitar doesn't really want to take a Scald. Heatran can protect. I think I want to Swagger Milotic and either Heat Wave or Hidden Power Ice or Protect. I'm gonna Heat Wave. Yeah, Thunderbolt from Thundurus-Therian, that did a lot of damage though. So maybe it is Specs. Merengue Berry for Milotic. Special defense increased. That's not terrible. I think I want to double protect here. Or do I just swagger Thunders right away? I'm gonna switch Thunders to Tyranitar, I mean, because I want to save Thunders to deal with that Milotic, and I'm going to Heat Wave once more. Tyranitar should take that Thunderbolt nicely. Yeah, I think that's definitely specs. That did almost 50%. Thunders is down, Milotic takes a little bit of damage. I'm sure it has recover, but that Thunderbolt did that amount of damage, so a Scald from Milotic probably won't KO Tyranitar. We are up 4-2, and Salamence is his last Pokemon, so we're in a very good spot, I believe. I don't think he will expect... Oh, it's unfortunate that Heatran is slower and Milotic. Salamence could Earthquake, could Hyper Voice. I'm not sure. I think Heatran, I can sacrifice Heatran, definitely. And I think I want to do more damage to Milotic. Just gonna go for the Hidden Power Ice, just in case he gets greedy. Okay, yeah. That Dragon Dance. Usually don't see Dragon Dance anymore. Okay, so I bring in Thunders. I threaten, if I can get this Salamence paralyzed, I'm pretty much golden. Would Scald to 44% to Tyranitar? I don't think it would. So I'm going to Rock Slide and Protect. Scouting for his Protect, he doesn't Protect. He goes for a return right away, not fearing the Thunder Wave at all. Wow. Okay, but that's pretty good. That Rock Slide hit. It did over 50%. So Milotic might actually KO a Tyranitar with a Scald now. But I mean, worst case scenario, yeah. He doesn't protect Salamence, so yeah, now that he's paralyzed, even though I'm going to probably... Okay, no, I don't lose my Tyranitar. He's down to one Pokemon against my two, and a single target Hyper Voice will probably be enough to knock my Milotic out. I guess the right play would be to protect Tyranitar and Trick Room, so that both of my Pokemon are faster than my Milotic next turn, and I can double target it, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Yeah, no protect from my Milotic. Oh wow. Yikes. So if my Milotic is faster, it might be... No, okay, it's not faster after I Mega Evolve. That's good. So yeah, a pretty awesome win this game. I think I played well. That turn 1 was very huge, and my opponent did a great job in coming back and trying to recover from that, but I think turn 1 was key. And Protect on Thunders is so unexpected that it usually takes many people by surprise. I'm sure that helped Scar win a lot of his matches on day 1 at least, and a lot of his game 1s, or game 2 or game 3 whenever he decided to bring Thunders in, because it's really unexpected. Like, you would expect probably Taunt and Hidden Power Ice before Protect. Okay, so now I think Conkeldurr gives this team a lot of trouble too, because it shuts down Tyranitar and Heatran as ways to deal with H-Slash. And these two Pokemon under Trick Room are very scary. So Thundurus is very solid here once again. against pretty much everything except Conkeldurr. And to deal with Conkeldurr, Gardevoir or Amoonguss does a pretty good job. I am a bit scared of Talonflame though, so I think I want to lead Landorus instead. I think that covers a lot of my opponent's team. He has 4 physical Pokemon. And Landorus Amoonguss is quite solid too, actually. Quite solid. But if he leads... No, I'm fine with these two. Then I want Tyranitar. I think I do want Tyranitar. I think I definitely want Gardevoir. And perhaps Amoonguss. Amoonguss is really only threatened by Talonflame. And these two deal with Talonflame pretty nicely, so yeah, I decided to go with Amoonguss. Okay, so this is probably one of the best leads my opponent could have had. Politoed is usually Scarf, but since we saw my Landorus is not Scarfed, it's Assault Vest, and his Intimidate went first, therefore Politoed is not Scarfed. I'm going to Thunderbolt Politoed right away and switch Landorus to Amoonguss. Even if it gets targeted by 2 ice moves, by Politoed and Conkeldurr, it's not terrible. But yeah, a game I played earlier, my opponent did point out that in Scar's report, it says so. This team does have 3 4 times weaknesses. Landorus is 4 times weak to ice. Tyranitar is 4 times weak to fighting, and Heatran is 4 times weak to ground. So that could prove a bit troublesome. And it really makes you have to predict really well with this team, like we did on that turn 1 in the previous battle. My opponent is taking a long time to decide here. Whack and Berry Politoed gets paralyzed, unfortunately, goes for the Scald on Amoonguss, gets the burn, and Conkeldurr goes for the Ice Punch on Thundurus, but doesn't deal 50%. That's pretty good. So I'm going to Thunderbolt Politoed again, despite the fact that it's probably going to switch out to Landorus if he brought it, and I'm going to Spore Conkeldurr. Helping Hand Politoed, okay, so Thundurus is probably going to go down. Oh no, he went for Amoonguss actually. So yeah, that works out perfectly. I thought Thundurus was going down. Okay, so now Kangaskhan threatens both of my Pokemon, but I'm going to Thunder Wave and Spore Kangaskhan because he will probably KO one of my Pokemon, and if he doesn't, like he can't avoid either. Okay, he can protect and avoid it that way. Amoonguss goes down, so yeah, that was a pretty smart move from my opponent. Going to bring in Landorus to intimidate Kangaskhan. Since there was no Landorus switching, I don't think he has Landorus here. Kangaskhan is not as threatening now. I think Conkeldurr is more threatening. No, I think actually Kangaskhan is the bigger threat because Conkeldurr will outright lose to Gardevoir. But our Gardevoir is not guaranteed to beat Kangaskhan really because it's going to be slower. So, do I double target Kang? No, I'm gonna Thunder Wave again, and I'm going to Earthquake. Yeah, Aegislash, that's okay. Aegislash is paralyzed. Conkeldurr gets hit. I activate the weakness policy for Aegislash, but I could swagger it. He could go for White Guard. But I can't let Aegislash attack. I don't think a knockoff will do enough damage. I don't think knockoff will do 33% Earthquake, which was 150 times 2 at 300 base power move. Yeah, because his item is out. Knockoff won't KO, won't be enough to KO. So Conkeldurr has been asleep for 1 turn, 2 turns, so he has a high chance of waking up here. He is at half attack though, so I'm going to Thunderbolt, Aegislash, and Earthquake away. Wow, Shadow Sneak. Okay. So I think I'll take a double KO here because he used Shadow Sneak. Now Thundurus KOs Conkeldurr, and he concedes. That's pretty good. So 2 wins for today. Once again, I think we played okay this battle. Like, we outpredicted our opponent almost every turn. I think he misplayed by not targeting Thundurus instead of Amoonguss that 1 turn where he Ice Punched, but I don't know his reasoning. He probably had a good reason to do it. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 4 with this team. Thank you very much. Bye bye.